So yeah, the two things that I wanted to make sure to go over, the things that I want you guys to notice in particular in this webinar are like how to navigate the locations and how to navigate those two databases. What's that?
Sorry, just random floating on.
That's fine. So the locations and how to navigate those two, and then there's some syntax on how to do the search terms in the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office database that I go through in detail in this webinar, as well as a few search tips or tricks to whittle down the search results. Because when you search on something in Google Patents, you're going to get like 10 gazillion results like you always do, and you need to like start whittling it down. So the locations of those two databases and then some suggestions on how to do the searches so you start narrowing things down are the two main things. Basically, the exact same thing with trademarks, just different databases. So the point that I wanted you to get out of the trademark section of this is, again, the U.S. Patent and Trademark System database, and then I can't remember the name of the other one off the top of my head. It is it's actually the World Intellectual Property Organization database. Like it's a whole great database of brands internationally. Like in addition to who's using your boss's business name here, who's using it in like Yemen. Like it'll go all over the world for different different logos and names. So those two databases and how to whittle down the search results on those two. That's basically the important content that I wanted you to get out of the webinar. So that's the last thing I didn't get done before I took our break. Any questions about the webinar? Probably shouldn't be, because you can watch it over and over again to answer any of your own questions. Okay, so the last thing for today, I want you guys to get out your laptops and or like combine into groups if you want to work. Like I think more than 2 people per laptop, it's hard to like actually see well enough, but you're welcome to do it on your individual laptops. Start out by going to, just go to Google and type in Photoshop. And there's a link there for free trial. So first thing is to just go to Google, type in the word Photoshop, go to the Adobe Photoshop website, and download their free trial. And then do the same thing for Dreamweaver. I'll put it up on the... Do I have... Yeah, I'll put it up on the board here. You guys read that, more or less?
We can, they can't. They won't be able to see the board unless you change the view of the camera.
That to zoom the camera in?
Yeah, select layout.
Where do I select? Oh, yep.
Yeah, that'll show you what they can see.
Uh-huh.
And then you can adjust the camera using the arrows.
Oh, I see.
Right? And then the plus and minus to zoom in and out.
Cool, thank you. Oh.
All right.
Guess that's as much as it zooms.
I have only allergies, not the. I'm not that crazy.
It's fine, it's Bakersfield, everybody has this.
That is not the problem. Right?
Basically, it's anything you put into it.
Okay. That you can see better. So Bakersfield, I'm going to walk around and just touch base with the folks here. Are you guys having any problems downloading right now, or are you finding what you need?
It's done well, big.
Okay, cool. Cool. I'll be back on stage here in a second.
They can't see you.
Oh, yeah. Well, they can see me if I stand in front of that.
Yes.
So,
I took a web development class and a Photoshop class. So I already have it.
Cool. So, next thing I want you to do, I sent out an email last night.
Okay.
Go to that email, click on the Manage Designs, and download the whole website to the location of the drive.
Okay.
And you're going to open up the homepage in Dreamweaver and start thinking about, like, I want you to rip out what's in the homepage normally and like, start thinking about what do we want to put in there for this campaign. Like, we basically, right now, we've got a GoFundMe page. We've got a page in Wix, which has none of the same branding as the. I want branding to be the exact same as the regular one. Right. So basically, our crowdfunding pages should be in their template for their website. It just, instead of saying buy this shirt, it says here's the special edition like hat that you get if you do it at $200. So I wanted you guys to just spend like half an hour or so playing around with what you come up with. Okay, cool. Okay. Cool. So same thing for you guys. Once you get Photoshop and Dreamweaver downloaded, I want you to go in to Mad Inc. website. Just go to that email that I sent you. Open up. Like, if you open up the homepage, you can go to the file save on your browser and save it as a complete website, not just as a page. And then open up the homepage in Dreamweaver. Just like start seeing if you can migrate the stuff from the Wix website.
Is that the one you want?
Yeah, exactly.
This is going to be the music on our version?
Huh?
This is going to be the project?
Yeah. I mean, not just the graphic design component, but yes. Helping, yeah. I think, like, honestly, to check the rest of the group, but I know that Brad is usually in Randsburg, like, running the business on Saturdays. So if we went there, or if we had him come down here immediately after class, it's probably the best time to meet with him. He's usually in Randsburg on the weekends working on the business, but he's at his day job here in LA. But that being neither here nor there, I need to talk to him first.
Sometimes you're on the freeway.
Well, it's south of Randsburg.
Randsburg is right outside of Council.
About 45.
It's definitely BFB. I just think it's closer to here than it is in Bakersfield. It took me close to 2 hours to get there. I think it'd be more like an hour from there.
You go.
Yes.
The Randsburg run from Cal City to Randsburg.
I work overnight.
Okay.
So I go, I'll sleep in the parking lot.
So like, if you get a car from here straight to there, you're like maybe an hour and
you working the mic?
I think that we gotta ask Serena and Julie.
It's not enough, like, I give you.
Yeah, I think we can ask them as well, but, like, you don't really get a good feeling for this project and, like, why it's interesting without, like, just an experience to see the shop for like an hour. Once you get there and see the place, it makes 100% sense. So you just no, he sells apparel, but really they're selling the experience. They're selling people coming out like dirt biking enthusiasts or just people that don't know a lot about dirt biking. I think it would be an interesting way to spend a weekend if they got a bed and breakfast there. Like it's not just the apparel. He does it right now. That's the project. Is to buy basically the rest of the town. No. Well, I mean, yes and no. It's only one street. It's a couple of buildings.
Yeah. It's got the only thing that
not the whole town, not all the like med labs and stuff.
Yeah, you'd have to push the tweakers out.
Just the main drag.
Yeah, I mean, there's only like the only thing I remember going there is the bar and the restaurant. That's the only thing I remember.
The only thing that is like people just don't
because you go in right the range you get and was a gas station.
when it goes to like certain
Because
departments.
everyone's out of goddamn gas. Because it's a long run relative
So
to Cal City.
it's basically
But it's just like it's if you were from LA, it's really good dirt bike riding. Like I think that's cool little thing. But out here it's kind of like like you go there, turn around, go back.
Yeah, I mean it's a day trip from here.
It just comes straight.
I think right now, like Dreamweaver does a very good job. That's basically the exact same day of town that was in 1890.
Yeah, well, that's the cool thing about it. That's kind of like
It'll say like, oh, this one has.
But I think that like the sort of historic experience is underplayed right now.
Yeah.
I think they can actually, if like I could imagine, if I were like coming up from LA, or even for me, if I were coming out from Bakersfield, I could do it in the day, but I'm going to invest my weekend and then I would pick it up in desert. I might as well just stay and not have to drive back after I drink. So. Like I could imagine going out, like staying in, like bed and breakfast there. Riding bikes for a couple hours, learn a little bit about dirt biking. I don't know anything about dirt biking, it's just fun to try.
Trying to like rent them out.
Yeah. Rent a bike for a couple hours, like get some lessons, and then go to the bar and like get drunk. And especially if you plan it to have like live music or something, I can see it being an interesting. You go out to Ramsburg for the weekend, take out the bikes, and drink at the bar.
There's guys that do that. I mean, with the renting, dirt bikes, stuff like that, pick them up. So they have a job. But
the background. It's not put in the background.
I noticed that. I think that's actually because the background is in the template.
Yeah, that is
Instead of being in the
no.
I do. We can get them with one board.
like I noticed that if you go to like file, preview. I think that part is based on what I've heard right now. Is like it's part of the like checklist of the website that they're using, rather than the individual pages. But like if you just imagine after we get the right FTP hosted information from Brad, that looks the way it's supposed to. Let's edit what's in here to talk about the groundbreaking campaign rather than what they have there right now. Just turn it into a separate page. Does that make sense?
Did you download the Creative Cloud? Are you executing Creative Cloud?
Bakersfield, can you guys see me and hear me? How you doing? You having problems? Is it downloading okay? Okay, whenever you get it downloaded, what I want you to do is go to that email that I sent you guys, and I want you to click on the the sustainability link. It's the one that says like csub.edu/sustainability/food or something like that. I want you to click on that website after you've got Dreamweaver downloaded, and I want you to save the whole website to a location on your local drive. Just go to that page and click. It's gonna. Can you see the computer screen? So you're gonna once you have Dreamweaver downloaded, I want you to go in to the email I sent you. Watch here on the screen quick, and then you can get back to what you were doing. I want you to go to that email, and then go to this third link here, csub.edu Sustainability Food Index. Open that page, and then you're going to go up here to the right-hand corner, upper right-hand corner, Save Page. And you're going to save it as web page complete, and just choose a location on your local drive, okay? And then, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll come back here. Once you've done that, actually, I think it's easier if I don't stand there, if I sit in front of the computer. Once you've done that and you've saved it, you'll be able to. What's that? Yeah. Did you find it? Okay, so once you've got Dreamweaver downloaded and you've got the page saved, I want you to open up Dreamweaver. And then you're going to open up the page in Dreamweaver.
Try this.
You guys, did you figure out where you need to save it?
No, we did not.
Control S. Just click Control S on the web page, and it'll just assume it's the same function. There goes web page complete.
So which browser are you guys using?
I've got Chrome opened up, but we got Control S. It works just fine.
Okay, but when you hit Control S,
it says save file.
Okay, yeah.
Web page complete.
Yep, that's it exactly. You want to save it as type web page complete, okay?
Perfect.
Okay, now once you've done that, do you have Dreamweaver downloaded or is it still downloading? Okay, when it finishes downloading, you're going to have a screen that looks like this, okay? When you open it. Take a look at the screen quick. You're going to go to File, Open, and then you're going to go into wherever you saved the CSUB sustainability website, and you're going to open up the home page. You should have a document that says you have a folder and a document. You're going to click on the document, not the folder, and that'll open up that page in Dreamweaver. I want you to go in once you've done that and start editing what's in here to take out the text that's describing the garden in general and start putting in some of the material that's currently in the Kickstarter webpage, okay?
Okay.
So you're just going to copy the text, you're going to copy the pictures that are in the Kickstarter website and put them into this format, okay? Save the document again, and then, can you guys see the screen here? If you look at File, Preview in Browser, you can choose which browser you want to preview in. Any edits that you make, if you then click Preview, it'll show you what it'll look like online, okay? So basically, I want you to, all of this text right here that's describing the garden, I want you to take that out, and I want you to start putting in the content that's currently in the Kickstarter website. Okay?
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. So, and once you're finished downloading Dreamweaver, make sure you download the free trial of Photoshop too. I don't know if we'll get to it today, but you're gonna find it useful in the coming weeks. And it's from the same Creative Cloud page as they're both from Adobe. They're both from the same company. Questions from Bakersfield right now, or are you guys moving along okay?
We're moving along. We're good.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to go walk around in Antelope Valley here for a second, and I'll be back in front of the screen shortly.
Questions, thoughts?
Actually,
My first question is, what font is that? Where did they get it?
This isn't like try, it's actually
Text.
Might be wrong.
So if you want to match those
Eventually?
so right now, I'm just creating super
Yeah. Honestly, as long as we can mock up what things look like, the way to answer that question is to ask Brad, who developed their website, and then they send us, whoever their developer is, sends us the Photoshop file that they use. Does that make sense? But in the meantime, if you can just mock up.
That's why I wasn't worried too much about it.
Okay.
I don't know if this is a place
How you guys doing?
resumes.
Okay.
Make a website. Bonzo.com. And resumes. Maybe the jar links.
I don't know how to say that.
We'll go to, did you try Control S? Yep.
Oh, yeah, and then sold you mean? Because then you know they're going to fun. You mean like single mothers?
Yeah, that's, let's see what happens when it opens. That should be fun.
Like the movie, usually one is
Yeah, that's fine. Close it now. Now, is Dreamweaver finished downloading?
I did create a file. The re-download thing?
No, just look on your yeah. Look and see if you see Adobe in there somewhere.
background noise, right? Does it somebody
There should
watching
be a
something?
folder for Adobe or Creative Cloud.
What is this?
Can you double click?
Both of us are watching it. They're watching
Basically, if you just look at the screen here quick, whenever you're finished downloading and you've got Dreamweaver there, what I want you to do, and I told Tom the same thing, nothing, I'm just referring to what I was telling you. What I want you to do once you got there, you're going to open up. So when you open up this Dreamweaver software, you're going to come to a page like this. You're going to go to File, Open, and wherever you saved that Mad Inc. website, I want you to open up the page in Dreamweaver. Okay, it's going to look like this. It's going to have a bunch of boxes and tables and stuff. And the pictures and text and everything that you see on the web, will be like, they'll seem all jumbled around here, but this is how you actually edit the stuff on that page. So once you've finished downloading, I want you to go in and like basically take out what's on this page right now and start taking content from the Kickstarter, from the Wix website. So there's the email that I sent you guys. There's a Wix website as well, in addition to the GoFundMe. I want you to go to that Wix website and start copying, like save the images, save the video file, copy the text, and I want you to put it in this page instead, okay? So that it's in the same background format as their website. Does that make sense?
So we take the Wix stuff and put it into the other.
Yeah, just take the content from the Wix website, the video that's there, the pictures, the text, and and open it up, like, and put it into this document and save it in this format. If you want to coordinate with Tom, like, so you're not like both recreating the wheel, you kind of divide. You could divide like efforts, and Tom works on Tom and Jacob are working on like the About Us section, and you guys are working on the story of the town section, so that you're not doing the same thing. I mean, we're going to edit the homepage just to use it as a template, but you're going to save it as a different name each time. So you're going to save yours as like the story of the town .html. Tom will save his as About Us.html. We're just taking all that content and putting it into like the same background format as the Mad Ink website. Does that make sense? And if you look here, Valerie and Louis, one more time, whenever you've made your edits, so if I go in, take out that picture, and I like edit, or if I do not want to look at the code. I want to look at the regular page. How do I change that again? I forget. There. Yeah. Like I clicked on the code. If you put code, this is what the page looks like to a computer. Like this is what it looks like to a human being. So if I wanted to like put an image, a different image in there, if I go in and just here, if I take this off-road trail picture, so you see how that's inserted now? If you go to File, Preview in Browser, you can see, yeah, it'll show you what it'll look like. So basically, what I ended up doing was changing one of the images that scrolls by. You see? So that's not exactly what I wanted, so I'll go back and start playing with things again. That's what I want you guys to do. Just start tweaking with the page until you get it to look the way you want it to. Make sense? Cool? Bakersfield, how's it going?
I couldn't download it, so I'm going to do this at home on my desktop.
Okay, I'm just curious so I can problem solve for the future, Tawana. What was the problem with the download?
Oh, it's just, I can't, it's the security thing on my computer.
Got it. Okay, yeah. If you want to do that at home, that's fine too. If you want to go out and enjoy the Mac and Cheese Festival and download it later, the point of this exercise, Tawana, was to just get accustomed to how to edit pages in Dreamweaver, and I wanted you to work on the edible garden project so that you're not like wasting time editing something that you're not otherwise going to use for the project.
Right, but we only would need to do that once. We don't each need to edit. Do you want each of us because it's for our project? So would we each of us?
Well, no. Here's what I have in mind. Okay, like eventually, if I go back to the University Garden page, like I want to have. If you look here, you'll see the like volunteer application. There's nothing there. The garden rental application, nothing there. Like, I actually don't think those two pages are all that important, but I'd like a whole page I'd like a whole page on hydroponics. I'd like a whole page on you know, the different kinds of bricks that you can get if you donate, you know?
Right. Okay.
So, this is just an exercise right now. You're going to, like, do some of this stuff as your project assignment in future weeks, but just think about, I want you guys to, you know, read through what I sent you as an email, and then think about what kind of stuff do we want to show people for them really to get an idea how cool this garden is. So we probably want to show them the different kinds of bricks that they could get. We want to show them, like, kind of some technical pages on how cool hydroponics is. Like, think about all the things that we might want to have a page for, and then as a group, you can split up. Okay, Tawana will do the hydroponics page, Khaled will do the bricks page. You know, you can split it up like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yes, feel free. If you can't download it now, go ahead and go. But please, whether it's now or, like, on email and the phone later, coordinate with your teammates as to kind of who's going to brainstorm which pages of content. Okay?
Okay.
Cool.
Are we going to ask the sponsor to tell us what exactly they want to change, or we'll monitor what we think we listened today?
Right now, this is just like an exercise for you guys to get comfortable using the software. As soon as you remember the email I sent you, we're going to have a meeting with Evelyn and Derek.
Okay.
As soon as we have the meeting with Evelyn and Derek, we'll actually say, okay, we want this page, this page, this page. We don't want this, this, this. But right now, as an exercise for today, I just wanted you to start thinking about what you think might be a good idea to have as a page for this. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And then your actual marching orders, I'll give you sometime in the next week to 10 days as soon as we have that meeting with Evelyn and Derek. Okay?
Sounds great.
Okay, cool.
And you're available. I actually tried to call you one day and you didn't answer the phone.
Oh my goodness, did you leave me a voicemail?
No,
Why not?
Trying to just
because
work to the
I just had a quick question. I just gave up and I said I'll talk to him later.
Tawana, I don't have caller ID knowing that it's you, so you have to leave me a voicemail and tell me what you need and I'll call you back, okay?
Okay, I received, there might be a possibility that I can get a donation for the edible garden, but I kind of wanted to get more information as far as what stage of the process it's in, but I think that's going to come when we have the meeting with Evelyn. So.
Yeah, it is. You're going to have a lot more information as soon as we have that meeting. I'm thrilled that you have that opportunity. This project has become like kind of politically sensitive on campus, so it's successful, so everybody wants a piece of the pie, you know? And there's various fundraising entities on campus that want to make sure that their name is recognized in all this, so we need to make sure that we say the right thing to them when we collect money. So it's great that you have a potential person or like organization or whatever that would be interested in donating. I should be able to explain to you exactly how to go forward as soon as we have that meeting, okay?
Okay, great.
Cool. Does
Thank you.
that answer, you need anything else from me right now? Does that answer your questions?
Yes, and that's why I was calling you.
Okay. And in the future, if you need anything else, leave me a voicemail. I promise I'll call you back. You can text me too, okay?
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Bakersfield, if you guys are doing well with your downloads and you understand what I wanted you to do for the exercise, you're welcome to get out of there and go enjoy the Mac and Cheese Festival. That's all I had for today. I'm gonna turn down the volume on Bakersfield so I can hear the people in AV. If you guys need me, please walk to the front of the screen and wave and talk loud, okay?
Are you planning on teaching any classes using that semesters roll around?
Am I planning on teaching any new classes?
Any classes throughout when the new semesters come around?
So,
Fall,
am I planning on teaching
masters,
period or?
like masters?
Yeah.
Masters.
Well, here's the deal. Immediately, actually, first of all, I'm curious for you guys for eventual extra credit and grading later. Are you graduating with your MBAs in the summer?
Tom, Jacob, Melissa, Serena,
This
Julia.
is Jacob's last quarter.
Okay, so for you guys, just to make sure, I learned a very I learned a frustrating lesson last quarter. Our registrar's office is very loath to change grades after they've awarded your degree. I'm like Mr. Fleming. Grades are an artificial creation. We can change them anytime, in my opinion. In their opinion, they're sacrosanct.
Set in stone.
Set in stone, and once you get your degree, they're never to be changed again. So, if we get towards the later part of if we get to mid-May, and you're concerned in any way about what your grade's going to be and your points, make sure to tell me sooner rather than later, because I have to give you the extra credit to do in order for me to submit the grade in time. In the past, I just filled out a grade change form later, but that only works if you're not graduating. If you graduate, then I have to get it in on a much tighter timeline.
God honest truth, if I get a B, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm burnt.
It's all good.
I just want to get, I'm done. I want out. And I'm realistically, the school's administrative offices are so messed up that I'm not going to graduate for God knows how long after I'm done. Because I've sent in the form, the grad check thing, a long time ago. I'm talking to Melissa because she works in the office and she's trying to contact people to figure out why the hell they haven't contacted me. Can't get a hold of anybody. I can't get a hold of anybody. So, I have no idea what the hell's going on. So I'll walk, you know what I mean, in the summer. But as far as actually graduating, you know what I mean, and getting my diploma, God knows when. You know what I mean? It might be next year.
These frustrating bureaucratic problems are not unique to CSUB, but CSUB is particularly frustrating in this regard.
It's just
My PhD, I started teaching here a full year before I actually finished. He officially was Dr. Woods, and I actually got the job almost 2 years before I was officially Dr. Woods. And it's not because I wasn't basically done. It's just there's so many I's to dot and T's to cross, and you have to sign up in this database before this date, or if you miss this deadline, then you have to wait till the next deadline. And I understand.
Yeah, I don't know. In my position I'm in now with Northrop Grumman, I don't care, because I'm waiting for clearances at the moment, so I won't really be anywhere that I'll really be able to change jobs or do anything like that for another at least 6-7 months. So I don't care. I'm feel most people would have a coronary. You know what I mean? I'm well,
cool.
whatever. When it comes in, it comes in. It doesn't really, as long as it's within that window, I'm all right.
In that case, no problem for you. That, I'm going to get back to Louis' question, though, because, it made me think about the fact that I just disappointed a couple of undergrads last quarter, because they're flying back to Saudi Arabia. They get extra money if they got an A. I told them that I'd get, I told them, do this work, and, you get an A. It's my policy in my class. You guys know that.
I remember that.
And they did the work that they did the work that they I asked them to do. They did it correctly, and the registrar's office is like, no, we're not going to take a grade. Are you freaking kidding me?
Really?
You're making me look like an ass with my students right now.
Right.
You're personally hurting their lives and their expectations. Come on. So.
Well, I mean, I think there's a process to do that, right? You file an incomplete grade, right, and then you file the final grade.
Yes, theoretically there is, but come on, just go in and change the freaking grade. It's frustrating, but this is not if I had just known ahead of time, make sure not to enter a B+ for these students because I won't be able to change it later. Then I would have entered the incomplete. Then, I didn't want them to have an incomplete because then they can't graduate. Honestly, in the big picture, it's a B+ instead of come on.
Yeah,
You're not going to
GPA is not going to do it.
You're not going to have your head chopped off when you go back home for getting a B+ instead of that.
I don't know.
Probably not that much of a big difference in money, but I promised that I'd get it done, and I didn't get it done. And I take you guys know how seriously I take the commitment.
Don't get me wrong, though. You know what I mean? When it comes to extra credit, I want to do it.
Yeah, no, I get it. Let me make sure to answer Louis' original
But I'm not going to
question.
cry about it if you give me a B+.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Let me make sure. Your original question was, am I teaching master's classes next year?
Pretty much come in the fall, since from quarter to semester.
And the easy answer is no.
No.
Our MBA program has there's so many. Well, it is kind of we need more resources and we need to offer more options. Yeah. Honestly, the plan before I stepped in and interceded was that there would be no management 645 next year. They're only going to offer it every other year.
Is that the only class you're going to be teaching, though?
No. I teach the undergrad class.
I understand.
And I teach business strategy but there's no other master's class.
The master's class that you teach. That was the question originally.
And honestly, the number of MBAs we have is relatively small, so I understand that when you're the limited amount of professor resources we have, if we're going to have additional classes, the greater demand is on the undergrad side. However, it wouldn't be that hard to come up with a couple additional master's classes.
The reason I was asking is because they were talking about the senior seminar class for the master's program. So I thought if you did BA 490 for us.
No, as of right now, that's I think that's Mosen's territory.
For the capstone?
It's
Olsen.
MBA. The MBA capstone?
Yep.
Olsen.
That's why I was
What the
asking.
hell is David Olsen doing?
You're asking us.
Clearly why I was
that was
bringing it up.
Mosen's baby.
No.
Olsen. It's Olsen.
Okay.
That's why I was asking.
Or let's just say for us,
We
it was
got Olsen.
We got
Yeah.
Olsen for both the capstones, the BA and the management,
And
690.
What's the other one we took with them?
I thought you were in my capstone.
For 490,
Yeah.
490.
for 690.
690.
Oh, okay. So because there's a BA and a management 690.
Yeah.
Huh. And Mosen didn't do the management one.
Nope.
Huh. Okay.
Which is why I originally asked the question. Because,
It was a
this
glorious
teaching, he's very
690, dude.
indecisive.
It was wonderful. You know, he came in. I'll never forget it. You remember, Don? We had these booklet. The books.
I'm listening. I'm going to turn off the recording before I just keep recording nothing. And makes the file really big. Go ahead.
The financial, what was it, corporate responsibility report, social responsibility. You had like teams of like 2-3 guys that did like